Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good one. So the Chronos event is a game being developed by Superjump Games, and it's expected to release in Q4 of 2024 of this year. And from what I've played so far, is very promising. I assure you, it is a fun time. However, I'd be lying to you if I said that this game hooked me right from the start. Actually, I was not enjoying it for the first 10 to 15 minutes, and I think that's just because I was rushing in with the mindset of other third-person shooters, and it seems very limited compared to others. However, that was just me being very dumb and naive at first. Because as the game goes on, you're unlocking more abilities, not only for your character progression tree, but you also just unlock more knowledge while you play. You see, when I was first playing this game, I knew that rewinding time was a big feature of it.
It's rewind time.
But I didn't know that you can also use your rewound clones to shoot a same target that you're trying to kill. So say you have a very strong enemy, someone with a lot of health, and you just can't take them on by yourself. Well, make a copy of yourself shooting that enemy, rewind it back, start shooting it again with your current self, rewind it again, and then do that again. So now you have two copies shooting that enemy, as well as your real person, yourself controlling, shooting it again. That's 3 people shooting at the same target, and it just decimates the health bar of these targets. I'm telling you, this mechanic alone is going to open up so many possibilities of like experimental play within this game. I'm looking forward to this. Now pair this up with the whole slide mechanic, and when I see that slide mechanic, I instantly remembered Vanquish, Platinum Games game that came out in I think 2010, 2011. Anyways, that game, so fucking badass. If you have not played that game, you need to play that game. It is so cool, and it is a shame we never got a sequel. So maybe one day we'll get a random sequel like we did for the Space Marine 2. Because Vanquish is amazing, and not a lot of people played it. So if this at all piques your interest, go check out Vanquish. It's on Steam, it's on other platforms too, but whatever you do, just play the damn game. It's going to be a good time, and once you're done, you're going to understand why this upcoming game is going to scratch that itch that I've been having since I beat Vanquish many years ago. And with the ability to
Rewind time.
any situation that you're in to just expand upon your combat ability, yeah, I'm all for it. The Chronos event demo itself isn't at all that long, but I've still almost clocked in about 1 hour of gameplay time. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, I need to mention that this game is a roguelite kind of game. So that means you're going to be dying a lot, and you're going to keep running through the same areas over and over. But with things changing, such as your upgrades or enemies, designs, even the environments that you're traversing through, it just makes the runs feel fresh no matter what. At least for what I can tell that the demo is demonstrating. Because in the demo itself, you do only get the 1 level and 1 boss fight. But through the trailer, the main trailer that the team released, it looks like there's going to be so much more to do, and the level design that we get in this demo is just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come. The skill tree itself is limited as well in the demo, but you can see that there's a lot more that they're building upon for the full release. So say that there's a heavy gun that you need to pick up, like a minigun or a rocket launcher. Well, you can't really do that at your level 1 skill because you don't have the strength for it. So you could put points into your strength skill tree so that way you can wield heavier weapons. Points can be accumulated by taking out enemies, which then can be spent at these little terminals that appear at the end of each battle room. There's also what I mentioned before, the fabricators that act as temporary buffs, things like that. So if you've ever played Hades and you see the Well of Charon, it's just like that, where they're not full buffs that stay with you throughout the run. They're more temporarily and maybe last for a minute or two, sometimes maybe even a couple rooms. So make sure you choose wisely what you spend your points on throughout each run if you're really trying to make it through to the end. However, don't worry, if you die, and you will die a lot because I sure did in this demo, that's when you're greeted with the menu that lets you give your permanent buffs. So dying ain't the worst of it. Dying actually helps, and it will get you further in the game, so don't beat yourself up when you die too much. I mean, it's all a part of the game. Now to address the elephant in the room, the amount of squats that the main character herself does on a daily is insane. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, and I went into this game judging it. That's probably why I wasn't really enjoying it at first, but to be honest, with all the amount of stuff that's going on screen in front of our character, you really don't pay attention to the model all that much, and you would think that would be very hard not to do, considering, I mean, well, look at her. It's not that hard when you've got everything in your face trying to kill you. I'm talking about the enemies, by the way. So if you like running, gunning, shooting, rewinding, squats, then yeah, you should definitely give this game a try. I mean, it's really fun. The demo's free, so why not give it a try and decide for yourself? I mean, I'm just one guy with my opinion. Make your own and let me know.